Hello, hey everyone, and welcome in. It's Creatively Anzi here, and this is Melanin Gamers, a gaming community that promotes diversity and inclusion in the video games industry. We're coming in all the way from Ghana, specifically Accra, even more specifically Arena 223, which is an airport residential. That's a place. I'm here with some amazing women because it's Women in Games and we are celebrating women. We always celebrate women, but we're getting an African perspective today. So I'm here with Rita Lucia, aka Lady Legacies.
Hi everybody.
Monica, gamer girl Nika.
Hi.
Sina, aka SS Sniper. Okay. Hi. Hey guys. I really did the hey guys, didn't I? But we are talking about empowering voices and women in gaming, and I want to hear from these three phenomenal women about their journey into gaming and specifically esports content creation as well. And so, at MG here, we love a good origin story as to why they got into gaming in the first place. What made you get into gaming in the first place? We're going to start with Monica.
Why? What was the reason?
That was the
plan. Anyways, growing up, I was such a sports person. So I played soccer. That was football. I mean, in Ghana we call it football. And then I ventured into mobile gaming. We had sports games on mobile. And growing up, I realized there was actually a whole career about gaming, and I decided that why not take this as a profession since it's something I'm passionate about. So in 2019 I started practicing more. I found game centers I went to. It was a bit intimidating at that time, but I got over it. I played with guys, some whipped my ass, I whipped their asses, and it went on and on until someone introduced me to the whole professional gaming side. And along the journey, that was when the whole Esports Ghana Association came in with Women in Games, group. So I joined that group, and then that's how I found out we've been having competitions and tournaments in gaming. And so I participated in more of these tournaments. I lost some, I won some. Until then, I've been making a name for myself in the gaming industry here in Ghana.
That's amazing. That's like a long-winded way of getting into gaming.
Yeah.
But I feel like no one's story is ever straightforward. Oh, I played a game and then there was this. There's always a twisting way of getting into gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some challenges, but if you're not gonna make it, because once the journey is hard, you know that there has to be success at the top for you.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a very positive attitude to have, because sometimes when it's difficult, you're like, am I gonna make it?
Yeah.
What I usually think.
For me, one thing that gets me going is this saying that a smooth sea never made a great sailor. So that is the perception I have about these things.
I mean, that's true. Sometimes it doesn't have to be so turbulent, though. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Does it have to be this difficult? I'm going to go to you as well. Lady Legacies, how was your journey into gaming?
I started gaming with my brothers. I have 3 brothers, so my mom
dear,
got
I'm so
us a
sorry.
console. I understand. I love them. So I started gaming with them. It was fun. And then I took a break in 2017. Because I wanted to be more girly.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I said it.
No.
Yeah, I mostly used to play FIFA and Call of Duty, so I really felt like I was missing out on being a woman or something. So I quit. And then I came back to it in 2019. 2020, I started streaming, and I was like, oh, I actually love this. This is so fun. I get to game. I get to shit on people. I get to yap all day. This is the perfect job for me. So I've stuck with it since then.
Oh my God. I can't believe you thought gaming wasn't girly.
I know.
What?
I know. See, this is why education is very important. I didn't have anyone telling me that, hey, you're still a girl even though you enjoy playing games. That doesn't take anything away. I had to realize that on my own, and when I did, I felt so free.
Did you think it was because of the kind of games you play?
Especially because of the kind of games I played. Because Call of Duty, very male-centric, a lot of male games. Stereotypically.
Because a lot of women do play that game.
They do. Please do not be confused, honestly. And FIFA was essentially the same thing. It's just a lot of boys playing with boys. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Plus, I felt like I always had something to prove. When I'm playing with my brothers and playing with their friends, I feel like I'm the only girl here. I'm representing all of womanhood right now, and that was just too much pressure. I was like, if I'm losing on behalf of womankind. He did not like it.
Do you think that was a pressure that, we're going to get to that in a second, but just to quickly touch upon it, was that pressure that you put on yourself or they put on you?
50-50. Definitely from the way my brothers would talk about me, they would say, my sister will beat you. Not just my sibling, but specifically my sister will beat you. And then it's like, what do you mean your sister will beat me? And then before you know it, I'm putting this pressure on myself and I'm like, oh my God, I have to be amazing. I can't lose tackles. I have to score every goal. No, you don't even have to be good at every game you play.
Over to you, Sina. How was your origin story getting into gaming?
My origin story is quite bumpy. I started playing mobile games, and I'm not talking about all the games we know. I'm talking about random mobile games. So the games we used to play as kids, and then obviously I grew up into a difficult world, so I stopped playing mobile games. And then in 2021, I discovered a game that I wanted to play, and then I learned how to play, and then I realized that I was very bad in that game. Very, very bad. Like, I wasn't understanding, so it just kind of brought me down a bit. And then I stopped gaming after I moved places. And then when I switched places, I discovered that there are places where you can game, just come and enjoy yourself game. And then I came back, I played the same old game that I was very bad, and then I discovered a new game which kind of like changed my perspective. So I was very like low on myself. I'm like, I don't know how to game, it's bad. But then when I realized that there are other games that you could be really great at. You don't have to be great at every single game. You can find what you can play, and then it worked for me, and then I started playing it, and then I've been playing it for like a long period now. And I was doing more practice, more getting good, and now I can say that my journey has been good.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah, so that's my origin.
That is something to definitely take away. In terms of enjoying a game and not always being the best at it. I know we're very competitive as gamers, but sometimes there is just joy in just playing a game, you know, and putting pressure on ourselves, whether by other outsiders or ourselves, in terms of like, I have to be the best because I'm a girl.
Sorry to cut you, but I feel like most of the main reason why I quit gaming was because of my mental pressure, because nobody was really telling me I wasn't doing good. Everyone that I would play with would tell me, oh, you could be better in this game. But then my mental pressure was pushing me down, like, oh, you're so bad at this game. But then I started to gain more confidence when I found a game that I actually have fun playing. It's good for me. And I feel like that's how every gamer is.
It's like finding the game that works for you
Finding
and that
the
you want to
treasure,
grind.
yeah.
Exactly.
It's a game you want to grind out. Speaking of challenges, there are a lot of difficulties when it comes to being a woman and gamer, and I feel like even more, especially right now that there's no real internet in Ghana, and that's not just Ghana, by the way, that is a lot of the African continent have been affected by one line that supplies the entire continent. Please make it make sense. Crazy. I don't know how these things work. Maybe that's not a crazy thing, but because of that, internet is kind of down, and internet is very expensive, I found here. Electricity is inconsistent, and these are some of the challenges that everyone faces, but as a gamer, you feel it a little bit more keenly because you need those things. So we're going to talk about some of the challenges that women face in gaming, especially the women who are here on the African continent, such as the internet issues. So internet is really expensive in Ghana. That's what my personal experience as well, especially internet strong enough to game and also stream. There's also pressure from parents. Pressure from parents is universal in terms of doing something that's creative, like gaming, and also the perspective of Africa as being a gaming hub as seen by Western audiences. So I want to talk about all those three challenges that you guys have faced. If indeed you faced them, maybe you haven't, maybe your internet's amazing, your parents are on board, and everyone sees you as a great gamer all around the world. Who knows? But
Amen.
amen indeed. Rita Lucy, I'm going to go with you.
Definitely face challenges. The internet is
Oh
expensive.
my God, it is.
I mean, half my Twitch paycheck is going to pay my internet, so it's not great, but I will say I have stable internet, apart from right now. But the internet's been fine. It took a while for me to find an internet provider that would give me the speed I need to stream and game, like you spoke about. It wasn't always easy, whether I'm lagging or something, or the stream itself is lagging, which gets very annoying. But I've been able to kind of overcome that. Technically, you earn more, so you can buy more. So now I'm paying for my internet. It's fine. But like you said, parental guidance, if my parents are into it, my dad knows what I do. He's like, okay, just go to school. That's his own thing. Just go to school on the side. I feel like he's just letting me live my life in a way. It's like whatever she wants to do, I don't really care. So I'm grateful for that. When I first started streaming, he bought me a mic. So that was very cute. Yes. I told him, oh, I'm upgrading my setup. Will you give me a little something? And he was like, okay, fine. I was like, this is very sweet. It's something small he has done that's made me feel like whatever I want to do in life, he's going to support me. Maybe not all the way. He's not going to watch my streams or anything, but he's definitely going to be there when I need him. So, yeah.
That's good. I'm really glad that he is supportive of your stream. That's rare. African parent. That's across the board in Africa, not just Ghanaian
All right.
specifically. But in terms of like having like lagging and stuff, that's not just an internet thing. That's also a server issue as well.
Exactly.
But that's a whole other thing in terms of servers on the African continent. That could be a panel within itself, you know. And also the perspective, because you stream on Twitch. Of course, Twitch is a streaming platform that was, I think, a US one, and it's
Yes.
now. So do people come in your stream ever and say, "Oh, you're streaming from Ghana," and how is that for you?
They do act very shocked. I remember when I first started gaming, I had somebody, he was talking to me, and he was like, you're gaming from Africa? How do you have internet?
Oh dear.
I thought you live in a
Oh
hut.
dear.
And I was like, bro, my speed is
we
probably
stand
better
on
than
the
yours
truth
if you
and
don't
get
keep
the
quiet.
internet.
It's very annoying. But I have people who come in and they're more intrigued that we actually have African gamers in Africa who are streaming and gaming. I have Ghanaians come into my chats and they're like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in Ghana with you, bro. Trust me. I'm right here with you. So yeah.
That's good. That's amazing. I'm glad. And it's crazy that even Ghanaians are just like, oh my God, how is this? You know, I think it's a whole thing of just people opening people's eyes up to what gaming can do and how much it's like affected our whole lives, and it's growing as an industry and it keeps growing as well. And I think in terms of streaming, you know, and like just getting the word out there that yes, we're here, we exist, and we're gaming and we're doing this thing, you know. Because we were talking about sponsorships before, and I'm just like, yes, there are gamers here in Ghana, yeah? So there's that part.
Please pay attention to us.
Exactly. Monica, what about you? What kind of pressures and challenges have you faced?
I mean, yeah, for one, internet issues, obviously. Data is expensive. Like, I have to buy data worth 300 cities, and that finishes in like 2 weeks. So in a month, you spend like 600 cities on data. That's a lot for me. And
That's about
previously,
£60, $40 for those watching.
yeah, so for me, previously I couldn't stream because obviously to get fiber, you have to be in a particular area, and if you don't, then that doesn't work for you as a gamer, or if you want to be a streamer, so you have to relocate. And now that I've relocated, I finally have fiber, and I'm glad that I've started streaming. I'm getting some support from my streamers, and channel streaming into on TikTok has been quite good. There's a lot of exposure there because like you get viewers from different countries, It's really great. But also, when you come to the um, parental side, I'd say for me, my mom has been pretty supportive. I mean, not that she donates much, but the fact that she encourages me and all is enough for me. So my dad, I don't know, he doesn't want to learn about it. He doesn't want to know how it goes. And low key, I'm kind of like a school dropout because I quit schooling because I felt like this is my passion. And
What grade did you quit school in? Just for
so after senior high school, I did a diploma course, and that was all. In IT, I did a diploma course, but I haven't completely quit. I'm just trying to find myself, and I want to be in the IT region. So I'll do a few certificate courses, and I'll take it from there and go back into the gaming world. Yeah. So I'm not completely a school dropout, but because I'm on my own now, things are really hard for me to say I'm going to the university because my dad isn't being supportive on that part right as of now. So it's pretty hard. I won't lie to you, supporting yourself. But my fans and everybody who watches me, they try to help, and that's what I'm appreciative of.
That's really nice. I'm glad that people who are watching you are supporting you. Parents getting them on board when it comes to gaming is never an easy thing. They can't always. I think they're raised in the old school as school, when that's not always the case. I think I've learned more stuff off of YouTube than anything. The school of YouTube should be a thing. The University of YouTube. Because
there are these age, like how we're Gen Z. These people are bloomers or something, or boomers or something, and those are the old school people, old school parents, and it's kind of hard to convince them about something they don't know about.
Exactly. It's difficult.
That's the situation.
And I think as a parent, if I'm going to throw both to the parents, you just want your child to be in a stable career, and they only know like a lawyer or a doctor or this, an engineer. Those are the only careers they know to be stable. And anything outside of that, is it stable? Is it this?
That's
is it that?
the norm. The norm is lawyer, doctor. But then being a gamer is like out of the norm, so it's not so known.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. So what they don't understand, they think is not good, And so it's just like, can this be good for you? How do you make money? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I feel like that learning curve, that education is not always there in terms of our parents being very from the old school. I mean, they're from the generation of dial-up. Now we have fiber optic underwater. Like, they're like, what is all of this stuff?
Someone said, "Oh, this is in the cloud, but everything is undersea." And I'm like, bro. Also, let me not forget that, like, as a gamer, being part of like an esports organization has really helped. Like, it takes you to, it opens your eyes to what's actually happening in the esports scene or the professional side of gaming. And for me, I've already been in like 2 clubs or 2 teams. First I was in Falcon, Ghana, and now I'm in Play Province. They've been super helpful, and I'm appreciative of them a lot.
And I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting the support you need as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of another Play Province person, what challenges have you faced, if any?
To be honest, I don't stream. I don't have a setup. I don't have anything of my own. So internet is still expensive for me because I have to come to a center where I can play. So I have to buy time and all that. And gaming. It's not like 1 hour and then you're done. No, you have to game for like 6 hours straight. And that's expensive because in Ghana things are very expensive. But on parent pressure, it's not, to be honest, for me, it's not bad because my mom is very open. I've been gaming, I told you, since 2021, and like she knew about that like before. And yeah, she was fine with it. She didn't really inquire or see what it's about, but then she was okay with it. And my dad is out of the picture, so just my mom, but she's super fine with it. And also, I'm in Play Province, and I just want to say that being in Play Province is really, as Nika said, eye-opening. It gives you a lot of exposure, basically, to things that people don't see in like esports. And Play Province has a lot of districts on gaming, but personally, the female team, it's like one of the best teams because we're all so supportive of each other. And Play Province is very supportive with us, the gamers. So yeah, I'd like to say thank you to Play Province.
I'm glad that you guys are a part of a team that really supports you. That's amazing. Speaking of esports, the journey of becoming a professional athlete in terms of, well, you don't create content, but from the journey from gaming to competing professionally, how was that for you? And I will include you in this because of that Valorant tourney that you were in, you know?
I'm like
and
a mini pro gamer.
A mini pro gamer, still a pro gamer.
Potential.
You know? You'll get there, you're on the road there, that means you're already
right.
there, you know?
True.
And how was that from just gaming? That's me, I game. You guys compete professionally.
I game too.
You guys compete professionally. And so how was that journey in terms of going from just gaming to wanting to compete professionally and the challenges facing there?
I would say it wasn't the easiest because, like we said earlier, gamers are very competitive. I don't like to lose ever. It's not fun for me. So going into competitive gaming in this sense means I have to be okay with the fact that there's going to be people who are just better than me. And that's okay. I can grow.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
It is, oh my, it's so difficult. I need like 2 gallons of water. It's crazy, but it's been very eye-opening because it keeps me trying every day. I game. At some point, the girls and I were coming here to Arena 233 to train.
Like almost every day.
Almost every day, we were staying late till 5 a.m. playing
Yeah.
Valorant, and it was insane.
Shout out to Arena and their stable internet here.
Ah,
Oh my
love it.
God, this place is a blessing.
See, and I also want to commend them on the fact that we spoke about how gaming is expensive. They helped us in this case because they introduced something called the training hours, which are discounted hours for people like me who are training competitively. And it really helped because we have to be here for hours at a time. It could get very expensive. So they really helped out by discounting the prices. And it's been fun. Chaotic. We got to travel to Saudi. That was very exciting. We got to lose in Saudi. Also exciting. I mean, we met G2 Mary. She's insane. She's like, 19? And she was so good at the game. And her sense of sportsmanship was so nice. She didn't make us feel bad. Her team positively destroyed us. But when we met after, they were so nice. They were like, oh, we see potential. Keep playing, guys. And that's one thing I love about women gamers is the support.
The support.
At the bottom of it, there is just always support. We're competing, yes. You're not my friend right now, but I'm still going to
But-
support you. I'm still going to make you feel good about yourself. And I really love that.
I love that girl power. I love that women especially support, because we know how difficult it is getting into this space, staying in this space. Getting in and staying in are two different things, you know? Because the toxicity sometimes gets so much that you're like, I can't do this anymore. I want to leave. So it's like, thank God for us kind of thing, always supporting each other, you know? That's amazing. Monica, what about you? Did you always know you wanted to compete professionally?
I mean, once I entered, well, if you had told me like years ago that like I'd be a professional gamer, I wouldn't believe it because initially I didn't know anything like this was, possible. But growing up, I realized that, and once I entered the esports scene, it's been my dream to play on the big stage like what we did in Saudi. And apparently that's not even the big stage. But that made me so happy, and I'd like to see myself get up there more. But aside that, what was the question you asked again?
How did I forget the question? Yeah, your journey from gamer to esports. Pro. Yeah, that's the one.
Pro gaming. So it hasn't been easy. You know how expensive gaming equipments are? Like getting a PC or getting a console. So like why I'm even more appreciative of my team right now is because they provide me with a console to play with. I've never owned a console. So they provide me with a console. I have my own monitor, and even this gaming machine, somebody gave it to me because I'm a female gamer and I'm great at what I do. Yeah, so there are some challenges, but these are like the perks of being a gamer or being in esports. And yeah, the journey so far, like I have traveled to Nigeria an all-paid expense trip to Nigeria to participate in a FIFA tournament. I didn't win, but like just traveling, because Nigeria, I know my sound mid, but Nigeria has been a country I always wanted to visit.
Same, I want to visit too.
Yeah, it would be, some people it might sound mid, but to go there in terms of esports, it was great. The people were great, they were lovely. Nigeria's actually really funny. So I loved it there, and then fast forward to, Saudi Arabia. Even though we lost, I mean, it sounded like a mini vacation with like gaming. That's enough to make us happy. Yeah. I'm an emotional gamer, but going there and losing, I wasn't really affected. It was just great being sponsored to Saudi to play and playing on a big stage. It's been lovely.
I'm glad you had a really good time, and I feel like even when you lose, you because I lose a lot in Apex. A lot of losses. Everything is a lesson. That's what I tried. It's a lesson. I didn't lose, it was a lesson. And that's how you get better. And sometimes you just need that experience of being on that stage where everything is like emotions are heightened and all of these things. There's no training for that. You have to be. That's the experience that you need, like when I first started my first panel ever, I was actually shaking. I was so scared.
I've been on your panels before and I'm like really shaky, but now
you're like
it's more comfortable.
Like a lead.
I can tell.
I don't do gaming streams, but I do go live because I am a content creator on TikTok. And when the first time I went live after my video got 2 million views, I was like what do I say? How should I act? But eventually, after doing it so many times, you just get so used to it.
Exactly, and you need that experience to show you that it's okay. You can make mistakes, and you're gonna make mistakes.
Every big step starts with a small step.
Exactly. So it's just like that will improve you, So it's always a lesson. And as Yoda said, I love Yoda. Did this wrong. You remember that. You remember that loss forever because you lost, and you will learn like, I never want to feel like this again. So how do I change? So that is what teaches you the most.
Human nature is that when you get depreciated from something, you start to feel emotion like sadness and rage and all that, which makes you think like, okay, why did I lose? What went wrong?
Exactly.
Basically, what made me get to that point of I got so far and I lost? Let me change that. Because that emotion you get, you don't want that.
Exactly.
You want to feel happy and it's fun. So if you lose it in a fun thing, you're like
yeah. So what in terms of your challenges and what you face in terms of esports, gaming into esports, sorry.
Well, for now, I just joined Play Province. I'm a newbie. And I think this is the beginning of my journey. So they are already mini pros or pros. I'll call them pros because but then this is my beginning and it's been really great so far. I mean, I've been losing so many times, but then it's also the practice that counts. You learn from your mistakes. You don't just say, oh, I didn't make that mistake, but instead when you learn that, oh, I did make that like mistake.
You can blame the lag though.
Yeah.
The lag and the server.
I was like,
it was the lag.
There's the lag.
So
There's the lag.
right now I'm on my way to be a pro.
Yeah.
Right now I am doing so well in my games and I feel like I'm so close to being a pro. I don't know what challenges it has for me yet in being as great as these two ladies, but I'm ready. I'm ready to take it on.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
The glazing is insane.
So moving forward in terms of like what can bridge the gap between like more women in gaming, especially in esports?
Education.
You think so?
Yeah, that's the most important thing because a lot of females in African countries, I'm saying African countries because it's a lot of them don't have education on esports or games and they have no one to train them. So the best thing would be to do like some conventions where we kind of invite girls, women to come and just experience, because as you said, you have to experience to know. So you just experience, and then when you find out that, oh, this is something I actually do like, it will become really nice.
So I'm going to organize convention. You're going to be on the panel, yeah?
I don't
That's what that sounds
I don't
like.
mind.
I love that.
What do you guys think in terms of what can we do to get more women in gaming, especially specifically on the African continent?
She's extremely right about education. I spoke about how I quit gaming because it was like, oh, I want to be more girly. A lot of people, they think that gaming is for men. That's bull. I hope I can say that. But I don't believe in that at all. I think gaming is for everybody. Gaming is for gamers. If you like gaming, it's for you, honestly. So I
To be
would
honest,
say
you don't have to
education is
be
very important.
Like man or woman. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's
general
for anybody.
thing.
You
It's
can
for
be a gamer,
anybody.
but that's education because you're taught that guys play this game, girls
Exactly.
play that game.
Wrong
blah, blah.
information.
So
It
it's a
is
lot
wrong
of
information.
relearning we have to do, and I would say like organizing tournaments for women to come game. It doesn't even have to be like a very excessive tournament. It can be fun and casual. I remember, was it a year or 2 years ago? We had this Apex like scrims, and it was all girls. Played with Addie White. I played with Angel. I played with Sam, some other girl, and it was honestly so fun. Even recently, we saw Jess Hins and Rushka. They organized the Fems and Thems Invitational. It's Valorant, deathmatch. They put everybody into different groups, and it was so fun and inclusive. It's just so nice. They were like, yes, women only or non-binaries, and it was wonderful. They filled the lobbies. Why? Because we exist. So I need us to stop pretending like there's not enough women gamers to actually organize tournaments and stuff like that. That's wrong. You're just not looking hard enough.
That's true. They're just not looking hard enough. And I think some women sometimes feel shy about admitting that they game as well.
Yeah.
Or that
I
they
am
don't-
proud of the fact that I game because I feel like a lot of women who game these days have to get, like, I mean, in the current world that we're in, they get a lot of attention. You're a woman who's gaming, you're a woman, first of all, and you're doing something men like. A lot of men would be watching, but where are the girls who also play? Like, come and watch
also there.
also.
I believe that. That's how I found a lot of the Apex gamer girls. They walked into my chats. So I think they're very much there as well. And yes, men do tend to do that thing where, oh my God, woman in gaming must be a leprechaun. It's crazy because we're so many. You would think
Yeah.
they'd be used to it by now.
I think because we don't always say, like a lot of women, like for example me, when I first started playing, mute my mic, Anzi is not, they don't think it's a girl's name. They think they usually
It's a
say,
guy's
oh, bro.
name.
I
Yeah.
usually get called bro a lot.
I'm like, I'm not your bro.
No, but listen, my name is like in game. It's biker girl Sina, and I still get called bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So-
even me.
Yeah, she also
is
has
gamer
girl in her
Nika,
name.
but they'll open their mic and say, "Yo, bro." Like they do that a lot of Valorant. So I'm like, okay, I'm just
I'm
gonna
not sure,
change it
bruh.
to Nika. I'm not sure, bruh.
I'm not sure.
And I'm not
but-
your bro. Sometimes I think they say it because it's just the universal term.
Exactly.
Other times they're trying to troll.
Yeah,
Mostly
true.
they're trying to troll.
They're trying
And
to-
the idea of you like being really good and being a woman is so foreign to them that sometimes they have to actually come in the mic and let you know, I just carried you.
I love doing that. At
I
the
know,
end
right?
of the game, I'll put my mic on and I'll say, GG. So you know it was a girl. It was me.
I think
I feel like for Valorant, whenever I go into like a agent select, and I don't speak, I don't say anything. I just make sure we pick out like, cause as soon as you turn on your mic, they see a woman, they end the game. You have to remake it.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they do. It's
That's
a nice
how
way to-
misogynist some
or they
Dodgy
don't
people
pick
thing.
your
are.
agent.
Damn, the toxicity.
They
Yeah.
literally do
But like-
not want to engage with women. So you speak, you say hi guys, someone alt F4s instantly.
Instantly.
That's wow.
You can like so at this point I just mute my mic till the game is started, then I be like, hi guys.
Now it's too late. You're stuck with me.
You press surrender, we will surrender.
That's awful.
It really is. It really
Yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah.
But I think aside education or after our education, there's creating awareness. Like as streamers, it's great that we are streamers because you'll be streaming right now, especially on TikTok, and then another woman comes and she's like, "Oh, you game too? I also play this game. It's nice. It's really nice." And they're like, "Oh, maybe they want to join you sometime."
Exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah. it's
So
really
I think
important.
we should do that a lot. And whoever wants to stream, please stream, because there are other people wanting to watch you out there. Or
And
wanting
don't
to
think your setup is
validate-
not enough.
Yeah, or wanting to get a validation that, oh, it's okay for you to be a female and play video games and be a content creator or streamer. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely think your setup is whatever it is. At least you can game. Like
Yeah.
you don't have
I
to
guess you
have
can game.
a 500-pound mic, these headphones, all of this sort of stuff. You can stream straight from your console, you know, or you can come to like gaming centers like Arena and stream from here. There are different ways in which you can now, especially in Ghana, get access to streaming.
There's more
so much.
awareness in Ghana now about gaming, so there aren't
You
like
think
a
so?
lot of.
I feel like there's
centers.
not like enough awareness.
Yeah,
I agree it's not enough, but it's upcoming.
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah, it
there.
is upcoming.
Yeah.
And I feel like
yeah, like the awareness is growing a little bit, but the centers in Ghana are very limited. There's like 4 in Accra. That's what I
Down
know.
to 3 now.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I also want to say that in terms of being a woman in gaming, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a gamer. You don't have to be a content creator. You don't have to be a streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
In
sure.
the back end, you could be a host. Maybe you're great at talking, great at getting people to interact. So you can start hosting tournaments with your friends. So your friends are the gamers, but you are the yapper. So you just yap, and it's a way to still be engaged in gaming. Because I know people who watch Twitch, and they're just there to enjoy the game. They don't actually game themselves, but they like the concept of gaming. They like the community that comes from gaming. So I would definitely say
Join
don't
us.
Feel like
That's what she's trying to say.
exactly.
Come to
Join
the dark
us.
side.
Come on. There's enough space for all of you.
Yeah. There is.
Okay, so we're talking about all the changes we want to see, education, awareness, and all those are brilliant things. And that there has been a change in the tide upcoming. But what tangible change do you guys want to see in your lifetime?
In gaming,
Yeah.
okay.
In Africa.
In
On the
Africa,
African continent, yeah. In Ghana specifically, I guess.
they should really get more awareness, like on gaming. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. Like just know something about it. Like I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about like higher authorities that can actually make gaming a big thing in Ghana. One thing about Ghana is they're not so like educated on Western stuff because we take culture very, very seriously.
Our culture.
Our
That's what they say.
So the awareness to higher authority would be really great because then they would be able to help us more in achieving whatever we want to achieve as gamers, not
Yeah.
just female gamers, but
Gamers in general.
entirely. Yeah.
Okay. Monica, what tangible change do you want to see within your lifetime when it comes to gaming in
Okay,
Ghana?
within my lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have goals and aspiration as a gamer, so I want to be like that big influencer, like gaming influencer coming from Ghana or West Africa or Africa. Yeah, that is what I want to see for myself. And for Ghana, I hope, like Sina said, we create that much awareness so other people could like see gaming as something tangible or some career you need to like or you want to participate in. Yeah. And for Ghana, like I was saying, I want to see this big gaming conventions to happen.
To
That
happen
would
here.
be great.
Yeah,
Comic Con, I hope you're listening. We'd love a
Hey.
Comic
Yes.
definitely.
Con. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Rita Lucy, what about you?
In my lifetime, first I want to see more support, definitely more government support. I want to see funding. I need to see sponsorships. And lastly, I'm Nigerian and Ghanaian. So low-key, I would love to see like an ultimate matchup, but it's female gamers only. So Nigeria v Ghana, but just female gamers. 3 different games. We battle it out to
For the
the
best
death.
jollof.
And then we eat jollof at the end. I like it.
That's valid.
I like that idea.
We'll see
Yeah.
that soon. We'll see that soon.
It would be very
The
cool.
thing
I feel
is,
like it's not so far along.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. But the thing is, it's hard to get Nigerian female gamers. I would say we female gamers in Ghana, we are really trying because Nigerian female gamers, it's hard for them to come out. Or I barely see
In
them.
Nigeria or versus Ghana?
I think I would say that's because the misogyny of Nigerians is like this.
Nigeria is
compared
very
to the
toxic.
misogyny of Ghanaians.
Even looking
So
at their
we see more like traditional women in Nigeria, and like you said, women are afraid to say they game. It's the same thing in Nigeria. If you actually check TikTok and you scroll around 11 p.m. to 1 a.m., you actually see a lot of Nigerian female gamers playing GTA, RP, or Call of Duty. Honestly,
So the last part, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. Technical difficulties. This is Ghana. I'm kidding. This is streaming. I've been doing, like, when we did this panel in London, we had technical difficulties. When we did this panel in North Carolina, we have so universal. At least it's consistent. What happens is it's consistent. Wherever you are, there will be technical difficulties. That was 3 continents: Europe, America, Africa. It was still technical difficulties. So what can you do? At least that's the same. But we're going to see what advice you guys would offer up-and-coming content creators, esports people who are curious about getting into gaming. Or this thing you're talking about sounds amazing, sounds fun. What advice would you offer them? What games should they stay away from? Don't go to GTA Online by yourself. I promise you, you will never game again. 1 year. I didn't go back online for 1 year. I was so traumatized by what I went through. I was like, okay. And people are like, your first online game was GTA. Are you crazy? I was like, I didn't know that. I didn't know. It was Wild Wild West. I know. So what advice would you offer someone who's trying to get into gaming? I'm looking at you, Rita.
okay, someone who's trying to get into gaming, don't play League. Don't. You see League of Legends, go in the opposite direction. Thank you. League is it's so toxic. They had to take out voice chat from the game. Do you understand how crazy that is? Exactly. See, don't play League, play anything else. I will say explore, enjoy yourself while you explore. Be prepared to spend money and then never play a game again. It's kind of like reading. You buy a book and then you never read it again. It happens. Just be prepared for that. And as a content creator, I'll say don't be afraid to cringe yourself. It's okay. It's okay to be cringy. You're probably going to find yourself cringy, but it's because it's you. You would see that content someone else making and you're like, wow, that's cool. Go ahead, make it, record that video today, start the stream today. No matter how small you are or how little you think your setup is, you are fine. People will appreciate you for you. And this space is for you, not just for them. It's yours as well. That's what I'd say.
I like that. The space is for everybody.
Exactly.
It's gaming, it's huge. What about you, Tina?
My advice to anyone who's curious about gaming and wants to start would probably be that don't listen to people. Especially if you are someone who wants to start streaming and you feel like, oh, your setup is not big enough, it's not cool, it doesn't have this cool graphics. It's fine. It really is. Nobody really cares. All they want to see is what game you are playing and what you're doing in the game. So don't think that people say, oh, the setup is bad. Okay, they'll say, sure. Are they paying? No. So if it's what you have, don't listen to anybody's advice on you changing it if you can't. It's normal. So you should just feel free and enjoy the gaming. It's more about enjoying it than listening.
It's true. It is more about the enjoyment. At the end of the day, that's why we're gamers. What about you, Monica? Advice?
For the FIFA girlies, I mean, I have people come into my DM saying, oh, I want to play FIFA. Would you teach me this, that? I just want to say be prepared for the worst, especially if it's online. Bro, it's so toxic. But you just have to be prepared for it. People are going to be texting you, you're so shit at the game. What are you even in this game for? You know, it's so toxic, but you need to like take your mind off those things or turn off your comments, your DMs. Just do what you have to do. And if you really want to be good at the game, you have to practice. That makes up for a lot. So, yeah. I mean, Rita, Lucia, and Sina have said so much. And this is my only...
In terms of, that's sound advice, ladies. For sure, I think I think this space is for everybody. Everyone should. I think there should be more gamers in the world. I advocate for gaming. Yes, it is a toxic space, but it depends also who you play with. Don't play with randoms, for goodness sakes, when you first game, because of course it's going to be toxic.
Start from the range.
Yeah.
Start with some
Protect
friends
your
who game.
space.
Join some
Yeah.
good communities.
Yeah.
Join some nice communities
Yeah.
who won't mind that you can't aim, for example.
Yeah.
Aiming, what was that? I didn't even know what that was. Is that a thing that people do? So it was really nice that I got eased into it, especially when I started playing online, because I was very story-based gamer and I was only playing by myself. And that was nice and fine and sweet. And then I went online and I was like, Jesus Christ, people are mean. But not everyone is. I've met some amazing randoms who've become my friends. Last year I got to meet my friend in real life. We've been friends, gamer friends, for 7 years. I met him in New York. It was amazing. I was just like, oh my God, you're a real person. We were freaking out. Like, you're an online person that I got to like physically see.
I have made like the best. I feel like I've made the best of friends online, like playing. Look at Ella, and then there's my friends Ade. We made up a group where we play pro clubs, and like we talk about life itself, and it's just so fun. We feel like best friends, you know.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I think gaming is even more fun when you have friends to play with.
And you can make friends too, gaming.
Yeah. Protect your space.
Offline game friends.
It's doing the thing again.
All right, thank you guys so much for joining me on this panel. Again, we want to thank Arena 233 in Airport Residential. I keep saying airport, and people are like at the airport. It's an area in Ghana. Don't fight me, I didn't make it up. For us to use this amazing space. And I'm with amazing, amazing panelists. Please let the audience know where they can find you guys.
You can find me on Twitch and TikTok, lady_legasus99. And if you want to check out my IG, I know I look cute. Rita Lucia _.
Oh, self-confidence. Monica, where can they find you?
Twitch gamergirl_Nika, TikTok gamergirl Nika, YouTube gamergirl Nika. There's so much socials. X gamergirl Nika.
It's all gamer girl Nika. Just literally everywhere.
Even Google gamergirl Nika.
I love it.
That's her. That's okay. We like. What about you, Cena?
You can find me on TikTok at lookits_Sina. So basically, look it's Sina. On Instagram, it's the same. On no YouTube yet, but then yeah, just those two are important.
But thank you guys so much. And this has been your hostess with the mostest, Creatively Anzi. This has been Melanin Gamers. And thank you so much for listening. If you have any comments in the chat, as usual, you guys know what to do. See you guys later. Bye. Perfect. Yay.